Hey yo.
Hey yo, this is Thax coming at you from Thax Attacks. Hey, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Ashl with Clash with Ash, one of the leaders from Red Elite. He's one guy that has a YouTube video channel that I have learned an awful lot about Clash of Clans from. So I just wanted to acknowledge that and say thanks for all the good content and keep up the good work and let's get better, baby. Alright, so today I wanted to bring a technique that has been working very well for me for the last several wars on both Townhall 10s and Townhall 11s. It is the GoWiWi strategy. That means it is golems, witches, and wizards. And I wanted just to show you what I look at when I'm looking at a base to attack and why I come in from where I'm coming in from. One thing I did want to note is the number of golems that you bring with you should really depend on how much damage, how much of a meat shield you need, how much you need to protect your witches and your wizards. And a lot of that has to deal with the Inferno towers. So if you are going into a Inferno tower, two multi Inferno towers, you want to bring at least 3 golems. If you're going into a single and a multi Inferno tower, I always bring 3. If you're going into 2 single Inferno towers, you may be able to get by with just bringing 2 golems, but I almost always bring at least 3 and bring 9 witches, and then the rest wizards and some wall breakers and a few archers just to get the trash around the outside. And then in my clan castle, I always ask for 2 witches, 2 wizards, and then 3 archers. And that has been working very, very well. And I hope you can pull something off the replays that will work for you. Alright, so here is my first attack from this past war. When I looked at this base, my first thought was I can get right to the town hall, right through this wall. If I take this area out, then I can use wall breakers over here. I'll have a nice little funnel between the 2 camps, and it'll be a straight shot right into the town hall. And once I get those Inferno towers down, I'll be golden. It'll be 2 stars in the bag. So we will count the mistakes that happened as I went through this attack. Even though it did end up working out and I did end up getting 2 stars, could have been better. But the first mistake was right off the bat. So I go ahead and I drop my earthquake spells and I miss. A big old whiff. My plan was to knock this section of wall out and oops. So there's mistake number 1. After I dropped that, you can see that little pause. I was thinking to myself, crap. So I dropped my golems down and spread them out a little bit. Okay, mistake number 2. You see that mortar ball coming down? You see those wall breakers going in at the same time? Yeah. Fail. Wall breaker fail number 2. Alright, so then I drop a couple more behind them, and actually those time, I actually get through. So then I drop my wizards. Mistake number 3. I did not set up a wizard on the camp here and the camp there like I'd originally intended to create my funnel. Oops. Mistake number 3. So I got my my witches all down now, and a bunch of wizards, get my heroes going through there. And because I didn't get that funnel set up right, my king starts wandering. He's going to go on the outside, which ended up alright because it helped with the percentage some. But I really wanted him on the inside to take out that queen. Okay, so there was mistake number 4. And the rest of it went pretty smooth. I got the freeze spell down like I wanted to. I really did want to get that other Tesla with it, but yeah, I got the one with it. So my wizards and my witches are all pulling through here. And right about here, this is the time of the attack, and it seems like every time I do a GoWiWi attack, I get to this point right about here when my wizards and my witches are at the wall, and my thought was there wasn't going to be a wall this time, they were just going to go straight through. But because of my spell fail, they're stuck at this wall, and I thought, oh crap, I'm done. I'm not going to get through there. But fortunately, I did have the Grand Warden there, and he helped keep them up long enough. I used the ability, got through that wall, and then it was just a matter of letting those witches drop that haste spell there. See if I can get those skellies in there to take out that other Inferno Tower, get some more percentage, and just going at it there. So there is the 50%. Still got a little bit going. Got the queen still up. She's going to get a couple more percent, and then the warden's going to get that one. Oh, I did have a couple wizards left to add a little bit here at the end. That's one thing I've noticed in a lot of our hits. Sometimes the difference between 1 star and 2 stars, or even no stars and 1 star, is holding back a couple of wizards or a couple of archers or minions or something that you can drop on the outside and maybe pick up a percent or two. A lot of times that's the difference between 0 stars and 1 star, or 1 star and 2 stars. So that is my first attack against the Townhall 10 for 2 stars. We'll look at an attack on a Townhall 11 next. Okay, and here was my second attack this war. I decided to attack this Townhall 11. When I was looking at it, and actually discussing it with Musty just a little bit before I attacked, I decided I wanted to come in from the 3 o'clock position over here. I thought with my earthquake spells I could make a path right into the Townhall again, and I could come in right here by the queen. I could take her out pretty quick with my king, and have a straight shot right in with my witches and wizards. We can go ahead and count the number of mistakes I made with this one too. Yeah, it was not without fault, obviously. So we went through, and this time I actually got the earthquake spells down like I wanted to, and boom, it created a nice perfect path right to the Townhall. Now the second part of this is I wanted to make sure that my troops went into the base instead of around the base. So I went ahead and dropped a couple of archers here. Mistake number 2 was I should have dropped a couple more, or a wizard, or I should have waited about 10 more seconds before I actually started my attack. So I dropped my golems in and a couple of wizards up at the top to keep the path going. But when I drop my witches here, you'll see they start coming around to the south, along with my queen, and they don't go towards the middle of the base. But my king did go in to engage the queen and knocked her out pretty quick. I had the brunt of my force go into the middle like I wanted it to. It was just my queen and a couple of witches went around the outside, which ended up not being the worst thing in the world. It helped with some percentage points. So I got all my wizards and witches going through. And here's another thing that I've noticed with a lot of people in our clan. When there's a lava hound in the opposing clan castle, don't use a poison spell on it. It's not going to do any good. It would probably take 3 or 4 poison spells to take out a lava hound. What I found works best for me is using my wizards and my archer queen to pop it, and then use my poison spell on the pups that are spawned from it. Just a piece of advice that I'd like to give. So as my attack's going here, I got my freeze spell down just like I wanted to. I was able to snag both of the Inferno Towers in it. I tried to catch the hound in it. I was just a little bit late on the drop. So we'll continue. And at this point of the raid, I'm thinking I'm sitting in pretty good shape, right? If you happen to notice where that freeze spell hit, yeah, it was off target. So there's mistake number 2 or 3, whatever it is on this one. I actually meant to drop my rage spell right there and use the rage to get inside there. And then I wanted to use a freeze spell right where I used it on the last one on both Inferno Towers. Didn't happen. And as it turns out, I only caught 1 Inferno Tower this time. But it happened to be enough to get through there. Because I dropped my rage right after I realized what I'd done. And I was there, the Lava Hound pops. I get my poison spell down. I use the Grand Warden's ability. And I just plow right through the middle of the base until we get about halfway through the middle of the base, and then it kind of fizzles out, which I kind of expected to. I didn't expect to get all of the middle, especially when the queen went around the outside. I was actually starting to worry I wasn't going to even get one. But then I got the town hall down, and then lo and behold, I still got the queen around the outside. She's going to walk her way around a little ways. We'll speed this up a little bit because she's just going to walk right through there until that archer tower gets her here in a second. So that is my attack, my second attack on the Town Hall 11. All right, so that will cover our replays for this video. I hope it was educational for you. I hope you picked something up, and I hope you also see that you don't have to be perfect. Sometimes luck plays a big part of it. So until next time, let's get better, baby.